Right then, let's take you through the grid for the final for Micromax. Of course, we are under a significant delay after the DD2 and Masters pre-final earlier on, but here is your grid. Ryan Rampadarath will start from pole position in the number 32. Alongside will be Conor Haufer alongside on the front row. Niki Naruhito Tomase and Dimitar Lazarov will round out row 2. Max Moore and Tristan Abils will round out row 3, with Matthias Clever, Bruce Chirino and Noah Stehauder rounding out the 9-strong grid. So a little bit more strategy comes into play with these finals. They are now 13 minutes plus 1 additional lap. We are running at the minute about 20 minutes behind schedule. So approximate start time, I would say, is probably going to be, judging by the timetable that I see at the moment, probably 2 minutes, well, probably about 6:40 p.m. local time. So that will mean that the podium will be, the presentation for the trophies will be a little bit delayed. But no penalties in the pre-final for the Micromax drivers earlier on today. So it is going to be down to what happens. Max Moore won the final last time out at Karting Genk. Could we see our second different winner of a final here at Circuit Park Berghem in the Netherlands? Well, we're going to find out in probably the best part of 15 minutes, as the drivers are being told to slow. So 13 minutes on the timer. Into the tram lines, revs rise. The national flag from the Netherlands gets us underway. Let's see who gets into the first corner first. It's going to be Conor Haufer. Conor Haufer went round to the outside on Ryan Rampadarath and got through and took the race lead. Possible opportunity for Niki Naruhito Tomase to get through on Rampadarath at turn 4, but unable to do so. Max Moore looking to try and get through for third, and looks to have a slight bit of a sidewall rub there with the number 25 and gets through for third place. Just behind is the number 69 of Dimitar Lazarov from Germany in 5th. With Tristan Abils in 6th, Bruce Chirino, Matthias Clever and Noah Stehauder rounding out the 9 strong. As very shortly we'll be completing the opening lap here at Circuit Park Berghem. So, leading the way after the opening lap, Conor Haufer, who had a who had a qualifying session to forget, having been excluded for a technical non-conformity. But Ryan Rampadarath still holding on to second ahead of Max Moore. Niki Naruhito Tomase and Dimitar Lazarov means that is the top 5 covered by just under 1.2 seconds. Now it's the run up to turn 5. Line astern pretty much between all of the quintet. And all bit of a run wide there, and a mistake from Ryan Rampadarath. And then in the meantime, that drops him to third behind Max Moore. Dimitar Lazarov has got through on Niki Naruhito Tomase for 4th place. Now is gunning for third. Rampadarath decides to shut the door firmly, but makes a mistake out of turn 10. And that's allowed the pair of them to get through on him. So Rampadarath at the beginning of the opening lap was on pole position. Now he finds himself all the way down in 5th, and there's a look at this quartet here. Tristan Abils leading Matthias Clever, Bruce Chirino and Noah Stehauder. That is the battle for 6th place, and this is the quintet battling over the race lead. So don't discount any one of these 5 drivers. Oh, Ryan Rampadarath tried to go the tighter line there. Keep it up the inside of Niki Naruhito Tomase for fourth into T5, but the 32 had to back out of it. Tomasi had the right of way, so to speak. I think was just fractionally ahead. So lap 3 in the books, and Conor Haufer still leads by just under 0.3 of a second. Max Moore, again, still leading the way in terms of the rookie classification. Oh, change there, that's for 7th. So Noah Steyhouder in the number 12 CRG, getting through on Matthias Clever on the number 13 TB kart. Also have to give a shout out to my good friend Matty Street, who is the TB kart importer for the United Kingdom, run under a new name called X-Kart, and has been around for about 3 or so seasons. So TB kart making its wings spread a little bit wider in the United Kingdom. But we are down to 9.5 minutes to go, and it is 2 at the front end of the field. Line astern, Max Moore challenging Conor Haufer for the race lead. 73,000 separating the 2 countrymen across the start-finish line. Max Moore just waiting for the opportunity. Still has 9.25 minutes plus 2 additional laps to try and make good his intention. Sometimes it's not always about leading. If you are confident to lead at the front, you will want to lead at the front. And that is exactly what Conor Haufer feels at the moment is his prerogative, his priority. Fastest lap of the race so far, Max Moore, 52.017 seconds on lap 4. Lap 5 at the moment as they make their way through to the far part of the circuit through turn 9. And Matthias Clever battling with Noah Steyhouder, so TB kart plays CRG. Third could be under threat as Niki Naruhito Tomasi was looking up the inside very briefly out of the final corner on Dimitar Lazarov, but the number 69 held station. This might not be the case through turn 4, and that just goes to show that Lazarov opened the door for Naruhito Tomasi, and Niki got through and is nearly had Lazarov coming back at him through into turn 5, but the number 25 now up into P3. Can they start to work together? If they keep on battling, they are going to allow the 2 in front just to pull away. The gap between them is well over 1.5 seconds, and we're about to complete lap 6. So Conor Haufer, Max Moore again just sticking his nose out just as if to say, hello, I'm there. They were literally nigh on identical to the decimal point, and there's the race move. Oh, there's the move for the race lead, and a bit of an unforeseen touch. Max Moore decided to go up the inside of Conor Haufer. Left front, well, the left side of the front bumper clatters into the right side pod of the number 78. And there we go, change for the lead on lap 7. Max Moore, the number 18, ahead of Conor Haufer on the number 78. Whilst they've been battling, there was nearly a 2-second advantage between Moore and Niki Naruhito Tomasi, but that has changed. That gap is no way is that 2 seconds. That is a lot less. It's now less than 0.8 of a second, and a new fastest lap by the number 25. Gap's now 0.764 between second and third. It's not even that now coming out of turn number 4. Naruhito Tomasi, new fastest lap, 51.489 on lap 7. This is going to be a very, very close finish, because you look behind, there's Dimitar Lazarov, and then also Ryan Rampadarath is also not that far behind. So you can factor in these 5 drivers will be battling away for the race lead. Niki Naruhito Tomasi's fastest lap of the race was nearly 1.3 seconds quicker than Conor Haufer. Here we go with just under 6 minutes remaining. Tomasi on the back of Haufer through turns 1, 2 and 3. Could he go for the move into second? He is going to go for the move into second. And also, there goes Dimitar Lazarov, I think, just went through for third. That is the case. So Ryan Rampadarath has got the ringside seat. So that gap between this quintet was nearly 1.5 seconds after lap number 8, and we're on lap 9. It looks more like it's going to be half a second to possibly 7/10 at a push. So the drivers make their way through the final corner once again. And this is just so close to call. Nicky Naruhito Tomasic trying to go through around the outside at turn 1, and he's made the move stick. Brilliant stuff there by the number 25, who on the beginning of lap 10 takes the race lead. Top 5 covered by 7/10 of a second. And now it's all for themselves. Lazarov gets through on Moore for P2 at turn 5. Rampadarath has got through on Halfer, who's now dropped all the way down to 5th place. Incredible skill and racecraft by these young drivers. Incredible to watch and witness. Nothing separates them. Only takes one wrong move, and you end up going from either, like, say, the race lead to P5. That's what Connor Halfer has found out. Top 5 covered by 4/10 after 10 laps. This is personification of how these young drivers are so intensely competitive. As now, Lazarov was looking for a possible opportunity to go for the race lead, decided, actually, you know what, I don't fancy leading right now. I'd rather stay behind Naruhito Tomasi, but he thinks otherwise. He could have gone through at turn 7 and decided not to. Through 8, now into the right-hander here at 9. Really has been quite a interesting and exciting battle. It keeps you guessing, and it's a bit like Honda Cadet racing in the United Kingdom. They are all in a pack, and then 2 laps to go. Watch out, it's going to be like the Octagon, the UFC. You know, the gloves go off and the elbows come out. And Max Moore just defended quite nicely ahead of Ryan Rampadarath, who's trying to get through for 3rd. So try and make some steady progression. Lazarov covers off Moore. Moore covers off Rampadarath, who also covers off Halfer in the meantime. Now through into 6. If they keep on doing this, then Nicky Naruhito Tomasi will be the winner of the final. But Max Moore will want to continue that winning streak, and at the moment 3rd is no bueno. It's not good enough at the minute. But coming up to 2.5 minutes to go, plus those all-important additional 2 laps. 8.5 cover the top 5. And Halfer and Rampadarath have lost out some real estate. As in the fact they were closer behind the top 3. They are a little bit further back than they would like to be at the minute. Max Moore possibly looking to an inside move here at turn 5, and just does not want to commit. Not at this point in the race. We'd like, say, maybe 2 or 3 laps to go. I can completely understand it. However, it is not going to fly. It's not going to work. So all I'm going to say, folks, is pick a winner from this 5. Even I can't do that at the moment. But it is getting a bit feistier. Lazarov might lose out 2nd position to Max Moore, and I think that has, yes, it has happened. A little bit sideways whilst turning the kart in. Max Moore's signaling to Dimitar Lazarov saying, stop fighting me. Just come on, let's go after the race leader. That's what they wanted. That's the thing is, Max Moore will want to have a 100% winning streak in terms of the finals. As Connor Halfer looking up the inside, that's through turn 7 and gets through on Ryan Rampadarath. Now Naruhito Tomase will lead us on to our second from penultimate lap. And Max Moore was trying to go around the outside to repay the favour and gets the job done, but Tomase got straight back at him. Lazaroff looking up the inside through into P2. Gets the job done. Max Moore has got the lead. Conor Haufer's got through. Where is Ryan Rampadarath? He is ahead of Naruhito Tomase. So that, again, I said about Conor Haufer going from first to fifth. Same thing has just happened within 5 corners on Niki Naruhito Tomase on that particular occasion. So now it's Max Moore leading. Second, it's Lazaroff. Third, it's Haufer. Fourth, it's Rampadarath. And fifth, it's Tomase. So, timer has hit 0. 2 laps to go after this. 2.2 kilometres. Max Moore has got to try and do everything in his power to keep Lazaroff at bay. Through turn 1, it does stay the same. And looking for the crisscross was Lazaroff through turn 4. That was a bit, not sneaky, but I think a bit calculated. As Conor Haufer nearly opens the barn doors for Ryan Rampadarath through turn 5, but that didn't transpire maybe as what the 32 wanted. Through into 8 for the penultimate time. This is where it really comes down to that crunch time moment. It's going to be who wants it bad enough, who wants to take the win. Max Moore is 1.1 kilometres away from doing the double in 2 respective finals. But what do the 4 behind have to say about it? At the minute, Lazaroff is the closest. Through in towards turn 4, Moore goes defensive. Lazaroff tries the over-under, doesn't quite work. Haufer factoring into this. Rampadarath nearly had Tomase up the inside through turn 5. That didn't work for the number 25 itself. But Max Moore is on course for winning 2 out of 2 when it comes to the finals. This will be a fantastic display by the youngster from Germany, because it is going to happen again. It happened once at Genk. Lightning strikes twice as Max Moore wins the final. Max Moore wins the final here at Berghem by 1/10.5 after 17 laps of racing. Meine Güte. I have to say, it was difficult to pick a winner between those 5, and every single one of them was very much deserving. So Max Moore continues to consolidate a possible championship lead. Started 5th on the grid and takes the win by 0.159 seconds. And it's a German top 3. Dimitar Lazaroff in 2nd, Conor Haufer in 3rd, Ryan Rampadarath started on pole, finished in P4 ahead of Niki Naruhito Tomase, who rounds out the top 5. Tristan Abils, Noah Stehauder, Mateus Clever on debut finishes 8th in the final, and Bruce Chirino rounds out the 9-strong grid. So 1 winner decided, a few more coming up shortly.